Hey everyone, last week was a weird one. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you've probably seen me struggling a lot. So I thought we'll talk about it a little bit. And let's say this video comes in 4 parts. In struggles, the cycle of despair, escape, and curses. So let's start with struggles. I'm still struggling with the 9-to-5 work rhythm. I told you before that I've never done it and I don't really like it, and I'm still struggling with it. I'm trying to make it work for the next 4 months, and after that I'm trying not to do that again. But for now, I'm struggling. And last week already started with me being moody on Monday, and then I fell behind on a project at work, which I should have done, or I felt I should have done faster, but I couldn't because there were other things that always happen. So I was really annoyed by that, and my mind was occupied with that. So in the evenings, I didn't do any of the things I wanted to do. I didn't meet friends, I didn't do anything for myself, but basically sit mindlessly around and watch TV, which doesn't make any progress in anything. So that leads us to part 2, the cycle of despair. So by midweek, I felt really awful because I fell behind on a lot of things that I want to do. And that just had me overwhelmed with all the things I didn't do. And instead of doing the things, I have the bad habit of just staring into the void and doing nothing, which just makes me fall behind even more and more overwhelmed by the things I didn't do and staring into nothingness and wasting time. So by Thursday, I needed a way out there. So escape. I make plans. I know this happens to me a lot. I get distracted by work and then I only have work and that makes me unhappy. So the first thing I need to do then is to do something for myself and to distract my occupied mind. So the first thing I did on Thursday was go to the movies and watch XXX. There's hardly anything better than a stupid movie to take your mind off things, and Vin Diesel movies are great for that. The next part of the escape from the cycle of despair is making a plan of getting the things done you fell behind upon. So I wrote down all the things that I felt were bothering me the most that I didn't do or didn't get done. And then I separated them in smaller chunks so that they weren't such a big thing anymore, but small things that I could do and tick off the list. And then I just have to do them, which usually works. And it was doing fine. By Saturday evening, I was feeling really good about myself again, and I thought, well, you've been exaggerating again. Life is not so bad. Which brings us to part 4, curses. Because I start to believe that I am cursed, that once I think the thoughts that life is fine, I'm doing good, everything is great, something bad happens. So while I was thinking, chopping up vegetables, that life is good, I chopped up part of my finger. Yes, it hurt a bit, it bled a lot, and everything's fine. The hospital is just around the corner, and yeah, now I can't do a lot of the things that I wanted to do. And I'm partly annoyed and partly just laughing about the hilarity of things. So that was my last week, and it's not so bad. I fall into bad moods, I fall into the cycle of despair regularly, and I usually crawl out of it again. So I thought I'll share this story with you, and I hope it's not too long rambling. Thank you for watching, and tell me how your week was. Bye bye.